Hi, welcome to Soul Searching Tarot. My name is Leonore. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate all of you who have subscribed to me and for just supporting me. I really do appreciate the love. For those who have viewed me for the first time, I do integrate astrology as well as tarot card reads and spiritual messages. Yeah, spiritual messages. Anyway, I appreciate the love for those who have subscribed to me. Thank you so much. Trust me, I appreciate each and every one of you. And for those who haven't subscribed, please do so. I really love for all these messages to go through to the collectives who really need to hear it, okay? Now today I'm going to do a retrograde insight and reading, okay? So part one is going to be more about the insight of all these planets retrograding this year, and then part two I'm going to do the reading. So the part two is going to be just a tarot card read for the collectives. Okay. Now, if you're asking what a retrograde is, when a planet retrogrades, it doesn't matter which house it is or what planet it is. Retrograding is when the energy slows down. Basically slow motion, right? So my advice, and this is astrologically, it is a time to reflect and to be more patient with yourself and others. So if it's not time, let it go. Okay? This is where your patience have to come in. If it's not the time, just let it go. I mean, you could try a couple of times, whatever. I don't know who has patience for that, but whatever it is, it could be anything or anyone. I don't know. You know your life more than me. But if it doesn't work out, let it go. Because you know what? It will present itself. It will present itself. It will. But only if it was meant to be. Okay, if that makes any sense. Now, 8 planets are in our solar system, right? There's 8 planets in our solar system. Not including the moons, not including the sun. There's 8 planets. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 8 are going to be retrograding. Okay? Retrograding, slow energy. Thank you. As if we need to time, as if we have the time to reflect, right? Okay. But we do, okay? We do. Lockdown wasn't enough, obviously. So the planets that are going to retrograde are Saturn, Venus, Jupiter, Pluto, Neptune, and Mercury. Now granted, there's a 1 or 2 planets are already retrograding. The rest will follow. Okay. Now also there's going to be a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse. That's just 2. That's going to be next month. That's going to be in June. Okay. There's going to be more this year, but I'm going to touch on those. Now I just want to also disclose I'm not an astrologer, my loves. These are channeled messages, believe it or not. However, the planets and placements still applies astrologically. Okay? I'm not talking out of my ass. By the way, I may curse here and there. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. Trust me. Listen, look, this is channel messages. These are channel messages. Okay? Channel messages. But again, I'm not, these planets and houses are going to be affecting us energetically, okay? Now, I don't know why I don't have these planets in order. I obviously, if you know anything about the solar system, there's an order to it, right? My guides were like, no, we're going to start with this planet, and then this planet, and then this planet. And I never fight with my guides. Well, maybe once or twice, but I always lose. The point is that I don't know why they put it in this order, okay, FYI. Maybe I'm thinking my best guess is it's going to affect us energetically in this sequence, if that makes sense. My guides are never wrong. My guides are never wrong. Trust me. They're not, okay? All right, let's start with Venus in Gemini. Venus in Gemini is going retrograde. So Venus in the third house. Venus is the planet of love. And Gemini is the planet, well, the house of communication, I should say. Okay? Now, what does this mean? The understanding of how important it is to communicate with loved ones while Venus is in retrograde. It says, tell them how you feel. Tell your loved ones the shame, the love, the guilt, the disappointments you and them have experienced. You take that as it applies. Mercury in Taurus, retrograde. Now, Mercury represents Gemini. Mercury is the planet of communication, okay, as well as many other things. But Mercury in Taurus specifically means money, money, money. This is the catch. Innovative ways of making money will flow into people's lives. Creative ways in embracing the future of technology, the World Wide Web. What did that sound funny coming out of my mouth? The World Wide Web, and your bank account. In your bank account, okay. Your bank account, I mean, I guess maybe they're saying keep a close eye on it. Duh. But right now is a great time to join partnerships to build a business, okay? But definitely I would hold off on contracts. I mean, when Mercury goes on retrograde, it's a little tricky. But definitely try to start planning, okay? I know that some of you have dreams, hobbies. Start planning those if you have the free time to do it, okay? And just do it. I cannot stress enough, and I'm not digressing. I cannot stress enough how these planetary placements has affected the collectives this year. Now, the planets, these 6 planets out of 8 going in retrograde, plus the 2 solar eclipse, well, there's going to be more than 2, but the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse that I'm going to touch on, it's also going to affect us. Those 2 are just coming next month, like I said, but I mean, no matter what planet or house it is, it always affects us. It does. It affects us, okay? Uranus is on your side. Uranus, whatever. Okay, I pronounce it Uranus. All right, so Jupiter in Capricorn or Sagittarius, it's going to transit in those 2 planets. Again, retrograde, okay? Now, this is where you will have no choice but to face your demons and those of the world. A lot of people have their own perception of demonic forces. But I'm here to tell you, not me specifically, my guides, but I'm here to tell you, you have no choice but to face the judge in the court of hearing for the good and the bad you have inflicted, either within yourself and or others. My guides are telling me this is good. This is good. Because it's just a lesson. Okay? It's not the end of the world. Take the time to be more conscious of how you can change your way of being. Moving on. Pluto in Capricorn. Hi, Pluto in Capricorn. What can I say? Pluto in Capricorn has been with us since 2008 when the banks went bankrupt. Between these two energies, Pluto in the 10th house, most of the globe has been suffering financially and losing loved ones left and right, whether it's losing a loved one from a relationship, breakup, you know what I mean? Or just losing a loved one, period, you know, a family member, spouse. It's not a joke. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Let me tell you what these two energies are doing right now. This is also retrograding. This is actually the only planet right now that's retrograding. The rest are going to follow. These two energies are just watching the collectives with a bag of popcorn, mind you, a bag of popcorn like they're in the movie theaters. Because you know what? They did their job. And the question is, how are you going to transform out of this chaos that they inflicted on us? Okay? This energy has inflicted on this globe. Wow, my phone just vibrated. Interesting. Also, it's asking you, who and what will you become after all this? They're just watching you. I mean, us, I should say, right? Because it's affecting me as well. I'm not exempt. Yeah. Now, Neptune in Pisces. At the risk of sounding like Nubian news. What's up, y'all? Shout out to Nubian News. Oh, she says it better than I do. What's up, y'all? All right, Neptune in Pisces. Yeah. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Jeez, God. Neptune in its home planet. Or I should say, Pisces in its home planet. The 12th house. Neptune rules Pisces, is what I'm saying. Okay? Now, if I had to say anything about this, and this is not my guides, by the way. This is just my perception, okay? This is my perception. However, my guides do have advice for you, but my perception is, which drug are you going to be today? Crack cocaine? Marijuana? Heroin? Hallucinogen? Or spirit? Okay, I'm sorry. I digress. Yes, my guides wanted me to tell you to write this down because this is important right here. Okay? Now, or you just keep it at in the back of your mind. Number 1. Are we going to choose a path that will heal us through these rough patches? Number 2. Are we going to sit back, watch the news, worry, and do nothing about it? Number 3. Are we going to numb our past sorry, let me repeat this because this one is important. That just hit me. Are we going to numb our past by blaming others for our mistakes and trauma? Number 4, are we going to come together? Okay, all right. Stop it, Leonore, stop it. Are we going to come together as friends, family, neighbors, partners, and help each other get through this? And number 5, are you going to use your free time, to what your intuition has been telling you? My intuition is off the hook. I don't know if it's a full moon. It has to be the full moon in Scorpio. I have 4 placements in Scorpio. Okay? Okay. Moving on. It's been off the charts. Okay. Now, last transit, or actually eclipses. These are eclipses. Okay? Yeah. I was talking about the lunar and solar eclipse, right? This is just 2 out of like 5 or 6. Actually, the first one was back in January. Yeah, we have 5 more to go. But the second one is a lunar eclipse. And the third one is going to be a solar eclipse. Now, June is also going to be interesting. This is... Okay, now I see why my guides made it in this order. Oh, God. See how I told you my guides are never wrong. This one's going to be a doozy, too. A novela. Now, okay, so the lunar eclipses, like the eclipses, solar eclipse, no matter what, they also are in houses, okay? Are they retrograding? No. Lunar and solar eclipse do not retrograde. However, eclipses are pretty significant. They are always significant, okay? I mean, this is the sun and the moon. That's pretty significant. The light and the dark. The truth and the lie. How does the moon affect us? It affects us through emotions. And this is, I'm a tarot card reader, and that's what the moon represents if you listen to tarot. It does affect our emotions. That's not a joke. It also affects our anxiety, our mental health, our behavior. And let's not forget, it affects the tides, right? Big time. Now, this lunar eclipse is going to be in the 9th house, which is Sagittarius. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Jupiter rules the 9th house. We're fucked. This is not coming from me. This is literally, my guides told me this. We are fucked. Some crisis will happen to you. Some type of crisis. I don't know. That could be either internally or externally. Let's not forget, Sagittarius, the 9th house, ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter has, I don't know, what, close to 70 moons, if not a little over. Nobody knows. The fact that the lunar eclipse is going to be in Sagittarius. Now, Jupiter has for those who, quick astrological fun fact, Jupiter has the most moons out of the entire solar system. Don't be surprised if there's life in one of those moons, if not more. My theory, not no one's, just mine. Expect the unexpected, either from people, from places, or things, or all of the above. Now, listen, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, this is a prediction coming from my guides and myself. I felt it a couple of months ago or so in my Taurus read. I wouldn't be surprised if this summer brings an enormous weather change. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if the anger and tension turns into some type of either civil war. I don't know. This is going to be at our front doors. Okay? What is this going to teach us? What does this mean? It means that we have to learn from the stupidity and inconsiderate energies that will come with the summer heat. My advice, close your eyes and listen. Slow your heart rate. I know. You thought I was going to say something else, right? My advice, I'll repeat it. My advice is to close your eyes and listen. Now, when I say close your eyes and listen and slow your heart rate, that has a lot to do with meditation as well. I would start now, okay? Because this lunar eclipse is going to be in June, and as well as a solar eclipse. Slow your heart rate. Close your eyes and listen. Not to the chaos that's going on outside. Not to, not to the little kids that's running around the houses. Obviously do it on your downtime. If you have to go to your car to meditate, or, sit on a bench to meditate, do it. But do it in a shaded area, not underneath the sun. Buy a radiation detector and lots of candles. Leonore, seriously, a radiation detector? I know, I'm getting one. I'm not going to go beyond that. Yeah, so definitely buy candles, okay? Because I sense this not only once but twice, and now my guides are telling me for the third time. There's going to be some type of weather change. And listen, I'm putting it mildly. And I hope it is mildly. You know what? Just pack a box of emergency items, okay? With dry snack foods and water. All right, last but not least, for crying out loud, the solar eclipse in the 4th house. The moon and the sun affects us, right? Without the sun, you already know, without the sun, where would we be? Okay, so the solar eclipse in Cancer, the 4th house, it is good news. Thank God, Jesus, for crying out loud, good news. It is still significant, right? Now, it's also is the first day of summer. Now, the solar eclipse in Cancer is going to be on the first day of summer, depending. I guess which part of the world you're in. There's places that's summer, basically the majority of the year. But for us in the States, it's going to be the first day of summer. Now, the sun will illuminate the good, the bad, and the ugly within your home. It's up to you to fix all these aspects. Now, this could be as minor as cleaning your house, going to the backyard, working on your garden if you have a backyard, cleaning your deck, maybe making some room in your home if you have the privilege to, for a sanctuary place, just a sanctuary. And this is not just for you, but for everyone that lives with you. Quiet sanctuary place, preferably by a window if you can. Also your health. I just spoke about meditation. That's part of your health, mental health. Absolutely. Oh my God, you have no idea what meditation can do for you. And it could be also just as big as, making sure your kids and family, your money are secured. Basically, my guides are telling you to put out or get out. Okay? Are you in the game or are you going to fold? Yeah, that's not coming from me. Yeah, okay. However, I did speak about Uranus and Taurus, I think. Definitely I spoke about Mercury and Taurus, right? So depending on which route you take for yourself, they're saying blessings will come to those who have worked on themselves. And if you started working on yourselves a couple of years back, and it doesn't have to be a couple of years back, but I mean, if you started working on yourself, your mental health, your emotional health, your spirit, your physical health. Listen, you could have started yesterday. Keep the routine. Keep the routine up, because that is the only thing that's going to save you mentally, emotionally. They're saying financially. Blessings from above will put your mind, body, and soul at ease. I hope that helped. I mean, I'm going to do an energy read, folks, you know, and that was heavy, right? That was pretty heavy. It was heavy when I was writing it. I didn't think I was going to do a insight. It's not my first time doing insights and information, but yeah, rewind it for those who are really trying to figure out what the fuck is going on in the cosmos. Okay, thank you very much. Love you guys. Bye.